Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Kind of weak. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for joining us on this cold morning. As my guru says at Founders Meeting, if you can hear my voice, please. Not that any of us in this room would know it, old age is difficult. So let me just share with you that. 3 brothers, aged 92, 94, and 96, lived in the same house together. One night, the 96-year-old fills up the bathtub, puts his foot in and pauses. Then he yells down the stairs, "Was I getting in or was I getting out of the bath?" The 94-year-old yells back, "I don't know, I'll come up and see." So he starts up the stairs, but halfway up the stairs, he pauses and yells, "Was I going upstairs or was I going downstairs?" The 92-year-old is sitting at the kitchen table, having a cup of coffee and listening to his brothers. He shakes his head and says, "I sure hope I never get that forgetful." He knocks on the wooden table for good luck. Then he yells, "I'll come up and help both of you just as soon as I see who's at the front door." There's a lot more proof than that. Miss Patty, do you have anybody here for the first time? Any virgins in the crowd?
Bunches and bunches of them.
Bunches of virgins, just like grapes.
Ray wants to be considered a virgin because he came back here.
Good try.
Okay, we have Randy here,
Randy.
but he doesn't want me to tell you where he's from. No, that's where you've been living for the last 60 years, but that's not where you were born. But that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Then we have Gene over here, and he's from South Jersey.
Welcome.
You got to have somebody from Brooklyn, right? And it's Anthony. Anthony's from Brooklyn. What? Yeah, you want me to go this way, or you want me to sing, or I want to dance? Wait.
Zigzag, but introduce.
Was I introducing virgins, or was I doing something else? Janet here from East Orange, New Jersey. Borders right on Bloomfield.
Welcome.
Yeah, you can go up here then. You can go down. Okay, and I can't see your name. Can I get any more? Becky is our first international. And where are you from?
From the Ukraine.
Ukrainian.
Welcome.
There's more. They're everywhere.
You're getting your steps in.
Yeah, Barnes is here, and you are from
Mississippi.
Hattiesburg, Mississippi.
Welcome, Barnes.
I'm missing someone. Did I miss someone? There's no such thing.
Well, welcome to all of our newcomers, and thank you, Miss Patty. On your tables, there is a flyer there from Cleveland Clinic, and this is very, very important this day and age. They want you to know that they are going to be opening their LGBTQ plus clinic in the next day or so. And I like what they say to us, because we're going to want to hear this more and more every day, what's going on. We understand your unique health needs, so you can feel comfortable enough to talk openly with us about your life and health goals. Cleveland Clinic goes on to explain that learn how to find an LGBTQ plus friendly provider and find advice from preventive care and routine screenings to chronic disease management and other unique health challenges, all from the Cleveland Clinic experts. So we really appreciate their support and hope that we can give them some of ours. Mr. Danny, can you get us
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Oh, somebody back there just made my day. Who said it's from Hattiesburg, Mississippi? Oh, it's in the kitchen? Hi, I was born there. Yeah, it's funny. You guys might wonder my accent and being born in Mississippi. Well, I only lived there for 2 years. And then my parents moved back to Venezuela.
It's just a different Southern accent.
I know, right? Yeah, I was born in Forest General Hospital. So, all right. Happy Tuesday again.
Didn't know that.
So today, yeah, something new to know. So today we continue to do HIV testing here at the center, and we're doing STI testing as well today in partnership with AHF. If any of you want to get tested after coffee and conversation is over, I will be doing the HIV testing today. So you're only welcome to come to the back building, Building B, the blue building, and come get tested. So today, we also have our class of Move with Pride, which is like a similar to a dance class, but you'll get a lot more out of it, and it's open to all levels. So this is a dance fitness class, and it begins with a movement review, just to make sure that the class is tailored to everyone attending to it. Followed by a 45-minute low-impact class that will boost your heart rate and bring a smile to your face. Also, next Tuesday, December 10th, we have restorative yoga here at the Pride Center from 12 to 1, and also yogic movement and meditation from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. So, does anybody know what Awareness Day is today? Anybody?
No, that was
No,
Sunday.
the World AIDS was, yes, on Sunday. World AIDS Day, yeah, December 1st. Well, today, December 3rd, is International Day of Persons with Disabilities. So that's right. It is time to celebrate the incredible strength, resilience, and fabulousness of everyone working to make the world more accessible, one ramp, one caption, or Braille menu at a time. This day was established by the United Nations in 1992 to promote the rights and well-being of people with disabilities and to raise awareness about the challenges we face in various aspects of society. It also aims to foster greater inclusion and accessibility across all sectors. Now, that we know accessibility is some serious business, but that doesn't mean we can't have a little fun while we honor it, right? After all, inclusivity isn't just about ramps, it's about making sure everyone can get to the dance floor at the holiday tea dance this coming Saturday, right, Diane? So, here's the deal. Take a moment to admire the badass advocates who paved the way to change our lives, and to allow us to be where we are today. Reflect on what we can all do to make our community even more inclusive. And don't forget, sexy doesn't have an age or mobility limit. So strike a pose, flash a smile, or whatever you want to flash. And remember that confidence is always accessible, and accessibility is the new sexy. And also, as you prepare for your holidays, don't forget to stop at the front desk on your way out and get some condoms and lube for all those holiday parties we'll be going. And yes, we also have female condoms. And like I always say, have fun with sex, make it your own, but please do it safely so you can do it for longer. Thank you.
Thank you, Danny. We have one more newcomer, Miss Doreen is here from DMC Bank. Welcome, Doreen. Thank you for joining. Miss Diane, our Women's of Pride coordinator.
And her Diane.
Hey, Diane!
Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
My name is Diane Papafotis, and I am the coordinator of the Women with Pride program, and I have a couple updates for you regarding some upcoming events. But before I do, I want to give a big shout out to Scott, who donated this amazing, amazing bicycle for our 19th annual Judy Shepard toy drive. Where's Scott? Scott, you made amazing off the cake this morning that he made me eat. So now I have to go burn off some calories somehow. But actually, this toy is going to go to me because I found out last week that I lost my big parking spot and I have a very tiny parking spot. So I think I'm going to be using that to go to work. I don't know what's going on. I'm just losing all my real estate here. And a tiny office, a tiny parking spot.
Tiny salary.
It's rough being me. So we have kicked off the 19th annual Judy Shepard Toy Drive to benefit Thurgood Marshall Elementary School. I'm very honored to be participating in this event, 19 years strong. And we've got a box out front, so please, if you have some extra toys laying around, or if you're out and about shopping, you want to pick up a toy,
Children's
please, children's toys. Children's toys. Well, I don't want to limit you all. Whatever you want to bring.
Why is everybody looking at Boo right now?
I know. I heard the stories. So we've got a box here. We're also at the pub on Wilton Drive. We're at Challenge Fitness. We're at Fairway Mortgage and Papagano's. So if you happen to be at any of those establishments or you're here every Tuesday, please bring a toy if you can spare one. We also have an upcoming event this Saturday. I think this is going to be our last Women with Pride event of the year. We're having a holiday tea dance right here in this room from 2 to 5 p.m. We are collecting both toy donations and non-perishable foods for Sunshine Cathedral's food pantry. So we'd love for you to join us. I know Richard said he's going to be there. We're going to have a DJ. We're going to have fun. We're going to dance and just let loose. So please join us. It's open to everyone, 2 to 5 p.m. holiday dance. We hope to see you there. And thank you, Hillary, for this donation. I think you said, what was the name? Robert Boo? Is that what we're calling him? So I said I would call him Robert Boo. So thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Diane. We have our application specialist, Sean.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. So nice to see all of you. I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving holiday, and it's always very nice to see all of you here. Just have a quick announcement. 3 weeks from now, Christmas Eve, yes, we are going to be open, and we're going to hold coffee and conversation like we always do. Now, some of you may remember the Tuesday before Halloween, we had a costume contest, which was very, very fun. So Christmas Eve, for Coffee and Conversation, we are going to have an ugly sweater contest. Okay? So ugly sweater, ugly skirt. So it's going to be ugly whatever you want to have. So make sure you're here for that Tuesday, Christmas Eve. Wear your ugliest sweater, your ugliest skirt, whatever you want to wear. There will be prizes too, again. So we look forward to seeing you all then, and we're going to have a wonderful Christmas Eve at Coffee and Conversation. Thank you.
Thank you, Sean. Miss Patty.
Good morning again. I was giving out these files of life. If you haven't received one, raise your hand so I can come over and get you later. Okay. Also, there are some get well cards going around. So we may have forgotten. People told me that somebody was in the hospital for 2 weeks, and this is the first I heard about it today. So don't forget, if you have one of your table mates who's sick or somebody you know who's sick who comes here, let us know so we can get a card out for them, because it does cheer people up. And it's a terrible time to be sick during the holidays, so let's do what we can to make them feel better, okay? And be careful out there. The holiday season, the pickpockets are out.
Thank you, Miss Patty. That's Sarah.
Hi, everybody. So we've been doing this series this year called Musical Masters, celebrating LGBTQ composers. We did one on Sondheim, we did one on Jerry Herman, and now this Sunday at 5 p.m., December 8th, we're doing the music of Kander and Ebb. So the writing team of Kander and Ebb wrote Cabaret, they wrote Chicago, they wrote New York, New York. And so it's a wonderful documentary / cabaret we have a PowerPoint and we're talking about their lives and their shows. And then I have a fabulous, talented cast singing the songs from those shows. So I really like you to attend. It's a really great time. It's over going to be at the United Church of Christ on 30th Street, not far from here. And so it's a really good evening, Sunday at 5 o'clock. Now, tickets are $20, but I have wonderful news for you folks. So I do some work in the healthcare field, as you know, and one of my pharmaceutical companies wanted to put an ad in the program. And I said, well, it's a one-night-only cabaret, so we don't have a program. And so I asked them, they wanted to help us out. So they can't give a cash donation, so instead they're buying a block of tickets. So, exciting news for you. If you folks here would like free tickets, you come see me over here after the event today, and you can have 1 or 2 free tickets. And that's our gift to you, Epiphany Theater. We want to give that gift to you for Christmas because through the past so many years, you've been so supportive of us and the work that we do. So thank you. Come see the songs and come see the show.
Thank you, Ed. We have our special events coordinator, Elihu.
So I get the job of following up free tickets. As you know, this is our final week for our Men of Style campaign. Our Man of Style is Chief of Fort Lauderdale Police, Bill Schultz. So the final event for Men of Style will be on December 5th. But if you do still want to vote for Bill and the Pride Center, you can see either me or Rebecca, and we will help you out to get that vote in. Also, if you would like a ticket to the Men of Style event on December 5th, you can also see us. The tickets are $150. About $125 of it, though, comes back to the Pride Center, so you would be supporting us in a major way. And one final thing, we do have Jammin' coming up on January 25th, and that will be featuring Sounds of Universal Love, who I hear is amazing. So if you could come out to that, we'll see you there.
Hey, Elio, how much is a vote?
A vote is only $25. So it is cheaper than the $150. But if you do want to vote, just see us and we'll help you out with that. Thank you.
Thank you, Elihu. It is time for our CEO, Mr. Robert Moon.
All right, good morning, good morning, good morning.
Good morning.
So yes, a few people have asked. There is a documentary out on South Florida PBS. There's part 1 and part 2 that I was a part of. It will be combined into a 1-hour documentary when they take it nationwide. But you can go to YouTube and you can see it. So I actually used, what's it called? Is that important to know? So it's called From Fear to Hope. It's about HIV, the history of HIV here in the United States, and my personal interaction as well as others throughout the pandemic of HIV. I actually used the 2 links to the South Florida PBS YouTube page to send it out to family members that I had never disclosed to, and I did that on Sunday, being World AIDS Day. So, yeah, so it was like, everyone who didn't know, they now know, and it was 22 years ago when I seroconverted, so I used this opportunity for education and let everyone know what's going on in my world. So, December 3rd, I'm going to talk about a couple of things. Some notable birthdays, just FYI. Today is Julianne Moore's birthday. Love Julianne Moore. And Brandon Fraser. Who knew? And on this date, memorable dates, back in 1847, no, I wasn't there, Frederick Douglass publishes the first issue of his newspaper, North Star. And I want you to remember that because I'm going to talk about that in a little bit. And also back in 1989, President Bush and Mikhail Gorbachev released statements ending the Cold War, which was a very good thing. Now, I did not particularly care for National Day for today, tomorrow, but there are a couple of things coming up. One is on December 7th. Pearl Harbor Remembrance. How many of you were around during Pearl Harbor?
Oh, come on now.
Wow, that's amazing. Thank you for your hard work. Also, anyone here from Colombia? No, wait, you're not. Okay, so also on December 7th is Dia de la Velitas, Day of the Little Candles. My husband's Colombian, so I bring that up. And then today in gay history. So, Alan Garug. Anyone know Alan Garug? Award-winning author, was best known for his research and writing about homosexual members of the American Armed Forces during World War II.
Rickenbacker.
Just think, we were there too. Also, Del Shores. Yes, Del Shores. So 1999, he wrote the screen version of Sordid Lives. 8 years later, he produced 12 sequel episodes, Sordid Lives, on the US Gate Channel logo.
Yeah.
And who do we know created the logo channel? One of our board members, Matt Farber, who you have seen here. He helped create the logo channel back in the day. So next time you see Matt, you can ask him about that. And then also on this day, Elizabeth Glazer passed away of AIDS, but in her fight with HIV, she and her husband created the Elizabeth Glazer Pediatric AIDS Foundation in 1988. And so they did some amazing work with that. So my last bit of news is every week I'm going to try to help educate the community and for those of us that may be struggling and also because of some of the current situations going on in our world. So I did not know about this organization until several weeks ago, but this morning as I was listening to a podcast, they talked about the Rainbow Railroad. Have you all heard about this?
No.
So the Rainbow Railroad is a global not-for-profit that helps at-risk LGBT people get to safety worldwide. It's based in the US and Canada. Who thought we were going to need this in the United States? The Rainbow Railroad. So each week or each month I'm going to try to educate some organizations, some resources, some linkage of services. So if there's anyone in your life that is in need or is afraid for their lives because of who they are authentically, there are resources. Rainbow Railroad is one of them. And that is a very good thing for us to know. So thank you all.
Thank you, Robert. So, having worked in medicine for nearly a half a century, one of the things that I fear most in life is a medical professional, whether it's a doctor, dentist, nurse, or any other professional, who gets so involved in their practice that they do not continue their educational process. It's very, very dangerous because things change so quickly in the field of medicine. Also, as I have confessed to you in the past, I am the world's absolute worst dental patient. Fortunately, I have the world's best dentist. The world's best dentist is with us today. She has supported our active aging community for over 15 years. And after a year of dedication, hard work, and hands-on learning, she has become certified in full mouth reconstruction. I think she needs to reconstruct my mouth. But anyway, Dr. Charmaine Johnson, come join us and tell us what's going on.
Always so good to be back here. I was just commenting how I was here when first Coffee and Conversation started in a different building, not even in the site. And it's nice to see everybody. New faces, familiar faces, and I just want to thank you guys firstly for just supporting me over all these years because I see so many of you as patients. But my goal for coming for Coffee and Conversation is to help educate you. Like Robert said, I try and bring something to the table that you can use at home. And so that is why today I want to talk about dry mouth, purely because it's become so much more prevalent as you get older. And a lot of you don't even realize that you have it, and you wonder to yourself sometimes, why am I having so many cavities all of a sudden? Why are these cavities along my root surface? Why do I struggle with gum disease and I have inflammation all the time? And a lot of the time as you get older, people are living for longer, so you're also on a lot more medications. And those medications, the interactions with them can stop the production of your salivary glands. Also, because we're living longer, cancer is pretty prevalent nowadays. So we're going through chemotherapy, radiation therapy, and that just absolutely kills the salivary glands. So I want to kind of just go over with you what you can do at home to help mitigate some of the effects. Now, you're not going to be able to stop the dry mouth. You still have to do your antihypertensive medications. You've still got to do the chemo radiation therapy. You've still got to do the antidepressants. And these are some major medications that you still have to be on. But what you can do is some of the things at home to help reduce the effects, which is a lot more cavities and gum disease. So if you have, and I have more up at the front, this little pamphlet that has basically my protocol, which I probably created about 15 years ago for patients who are going through chemo and radiation treatment. And we've tweaked it over time, however, the principles are still the same. So I'm going to read through this with you if you want to follow along, because you can start to implement some of these things. So with dry mouth and lack of saliva, what happens is you don't have the swallowing effect as well, because when the mouth is lubricated, it doesn't make the plaque and the bacteria and the food debris stick so tenaciously to the teeth and gums. And that's the biggest problem. So when it sticks along the root surface, now you are stuck, literally stuck, with this plaque on your teeth that the bacteria eats at the food debris and it creates an acid. That acid is what then eats away into the root surface, because as you get older, you also have gum recession. So the first thing you're going to do is in the morning, you're going to brush your teeth. You brush twice a day, but you should use a high fluoride toothpaste. The high fluoride toothpaste are prescription because they've got a higher fluoride content than any of the toothpastes that are on the market. And they have been shown, fluoride has been shown to reduce the effect of cavities. For gums, you're going to rinse after that with an antibiotic, not an antibacterial like Listerine, but an antibiotic mouth rinse, which is also prescription if you have gum disease or gingivitis. And you're going to rinse with that and not eat or drink anything or rinse out afterwards, so that the fluoride content and the Peridix mouthwash can soak into the tissues. So if you happen to have breakfast after this, then you need to do this after breakfast as well. For those people very cavity prone, we have something called MI paste. It's a calcium fluoride gel that you can either put on your finger and rub onto the teeth, because it replenishes the calcium and fluoride into the teeth, because your teeth are made up mostly of an inorganic compound, which is a mixture of fluoride, calcium, and some inorganic minerals. So what it does is the tubules absorb this in, and when you do it consistently, it hardens that root surface, and it's more protective against the acidity from the bacteria. We also sometimes like to put this in a tray. So we will make you a special plastic tray that fits over the teeth that you can put it on, so it acts as a carrier and it doesn't get wiped away by your tongue or by saliva, so it's much more effective. So you'll put MI paste in. The most important thing to remember is you need to constantly sip on water. So you're trying to replace the saliva that you don't have. So it's not about the amount of water you're drinking at one time. It's that you're just constantly sipping on it because you're replenishing the saliva that your salivary glands would have normally made. So walk around with a bottle of water and sip on that. That's the number one thing that is really the kicker that will help the most. Obviously, then you're going to avoid sugary, sticky, high-carb foods, but sticky. So people decide that they want to be healthy, and that's great. However, they go and do nuts and dried fruits and granolas, but that stuff is sticky and it stays in between the teeth very easily and hard to get out until you're brushing and flossing and water picking at the end of the day. Avoid fruit juices, sodas. If you're going to drink fruit juices, then you need to dilute it half and half. Half water, half fruit juice. Your body, your taste buds will get used to that. You still have the sweetness. And then now, so that's during the day. At night, you're going to brush, floss, water pick. I am a huge fan of the water pick because I have patients who tell me that they floss and they water pick afterwards and there's still stuff that comes out. And the reason for that is because as you get older, you've got more gum recession. So you've got more spacing between your teeth at the gum level. And when you floss, this thin piece of floss is too thin to get everything out. So when you use the water pick, make sure you put it under high pressure. It goes 0 to 10 or low to high. Put it at the highest pressure because it's a pressure cleaner for your teeth. That's essentially what it is. You're using that pressure to push the debris out from between the teeth. And you pretty much put it in between like where you would put a toothpick. And you just blast the water through. And you will still get stuff out even though you floss. So you'll do that. You'll brush with your high fluoride toothpaste. It's either called Clinpro 5000 or President 5000. You would get a prescription for it from your dentist because it's you can't just buy it over the counter at the pharmacy. And then you will apply your MI paste in your tray, and you'll go to sleep with that so that it stays in overnight and is absorbed into the teeth. One of the other things that I found that have been pretty useful to try and stimulate saliva is the products that you see at the bottom. So Biotene is a company that was created for dry mouth. They have a whole range of products from mouthwashes to gum to mints. They have a whole range of things. So you can look at their site for anything that you might want to replace what you're using for a Biotene product. But on here, I have two things that have worked very well that patients like. It's called Xylee Melts and Basic Bites. Xylee Melts is the most common that they like. You can get from CVS. It's a little disc that's almost like a tablet, but it's bigger, that you put on either side of your cheek because that's where the main salivary duct comes out, the parotid gland comes out there, and it helps to stimulate some saliva so that it moistens the mouth. That has been the most successful. It sticks up there, it doesn't move around, and patients have liked that. The other thing is called Basic Bites. So if you like to chew on gum, you want something a little sweeter, it is almost like a toffee. You have to buy this online, and it's made from the shells of crustaceans, crabs, because if you know that when it rains or they get water on them, the water just slides off. So it covers the teeth with film so that if anything wants to get stuck on it, it can't really because it's falls off. But really, the Xylee Melt has been the most commonly liked by patients. This will tell you that you could use this daily, which is great. 2-3 times a day is all you need to do with the Xylee Melt. And you can get it ready at CVS. So I wanted you to please we have more of these. Please take one of these if you need, because this is actually a really solid protocol to help you try and keep that under control. And then, obviously, regular checkup and cleaning so that if there's anything there that could have been missed, you've picked it up easily. Because when you get cavities on a root surface versus the enamel or top part of the tooth, it actually progresses much faster because enamel is harder and the root surface is much softer. So then you'll notice that the cavities actually get bigger faster. So you want to catch those pretty quickly and then start on a protocol like this. But there's simple things that you can use. So I hope that's helpful. I want to kind of just give you a little bit of insight into what's happening for us for December, in case some of our patients don't know. But every year we do our Festival of Trees. We have about 8 to 10 Christmas trees. They're 3 foot high, and we have different people decorating them with different themes. So we've had a coffee tree, an alcohol tree, a tea tree. Right now we have a paddleboard tree. And the tree itself is usually worth about $100, $150 because we put different things on it. But you can come into the office and you can buy a raffle ticket for the tree you would like to win. And just before Christmas, we do a drawing for each tree, and whoever wins, we will call to come pick up the tree. All the proceeds go for Toys for Tots for their literacy program. So we don't do the toys part for December, we do their literacy program. So, and we've done this for about 10 or 15 years. Every year we have these little trees, and they really are beautifully decorated because we have our patients will decorate a tree for us. Our patients who have a business, they decorate a tree for us. So it's fun, and every year we have something different. So we should have all our trees in by the end of this week. If you want to stop by, take a look at the trees. We do post it on Facebook if you want to see, but you can come in and buy a raffle ticket. So just wanted to tell you about that, and I probably won't see you till next year, so I wish you happy holidays, and hope that it's safe and everybody gets to enjoy it with their families. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Johnson. Dr. Johnson will remain here for questions. Dr. Johnson, one quick question. May I share your anniversary news? She is 30 years in the dental business. Almost 14, but congratulations. Are we without blankets today?
Sean can do it. He has to earn his keep.
Check on Sean. Check on Sean. Give us the amount.
All right, everybody, the prize today is $105. Okay? So let's see, let's have LEU come up here and draw.
We can blame him.
The number. All right, so the number is 757-37-247. Any word yet? 757-37-247.
Thank you all for joining us. Have a safe week, and we will see you next Tuesday. Wait. We've got one more raffle. Hang on.
Whoever put their name in the basket, it's a drawing for a water pick. You know how I love the water picks.
All right. So the winner of the water pick is Ray Bagal. It's hard to see that last name. Vogel. Okay.
Thank you all. Be safe. We will see you next Tuesday.